There have been protests across Tamil Nadu and cutting across the political spectrum after pictures of Bollywood superstar Salman Khan with the Sri Lankan president Mahinda Rajapaksa went viral on social media. MDMK chief Vaiko went on to call Salman Khan a traitor. Reports say that the actor will be leading the election campaign for Mahinda Rajapaksa in Sri Lanka. Headlines today's Sri Reddy brings you this report.
Superstar Salman Khan is at the centre of another raging controversy. His trip to Sri Lanka and his support for the Lankan president, Mahinda Rajapaksa, has outraged Tamil parties back home in Chennai. Bollywood actor Salman Khan and former Miss Lanka, Jacqueline Fernandez, were recently spotted sharing stage with the incumbent president. The stated cause was a charity event for Salman's NGO Being Human, but then it was widely seen as a boost for Rajapaksa's re-election bid. Salman's move triggered protests in Chennai. MDMK and the AIADMK gunned for the actor, calling him a traitor.
Salman Khan has gone there. He is campaigning for Rajapaksa.
He is another traitor.
They look at this issue as a Tamilian's issue, but they don't understand that it is an Indian's issue. Indian fishermen are being attacked by this Sri Lankan Navy. When an Indian fishermen are attacked, then any Indian should feel unhappy. They should talk against the Sri Lankan government. And we know that Rajapaksa has not taken any step.
But Salman is not alone. Reports say besides Salman and Jacqueline, 5 other Bollywood performers are set to appear on stage in support of Rajapaksa.
As a citizen of India, he has no business to go and campaign for some other country's elections. He shouldn't have done it. It is not a question of whether he campaigns in support of Rajapaksa or against Rajapaksa. That is not the real issue. He has no business to be there at all.
Salman is back, but the protests are yet to die down, with Tamil parties refusing to let go of the opportunity to whip up sentiments and lash out at the Sri Lankan president. With Sri Reddy in Chennai, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Is Salman Khan a traitor? Is he making a mistake? Or is he just being nice to a friend? Joining me now on Up South is Prakash Belawadi. He's an actor. He joins us from Bengaluru. Political analyst Nani Sankaran joins us from Chennai. But Prakash, let me come to you first. Is Salman Khan wrong in campaigning for Mahinda Rajapaksa? There were protests in Tamil Nadu the last time he went there for the IFA Awards. But the issue remains, Salman says, I'm campaigning for friends cutting across political lines in India. What's wrong if he campaigns for Jacqueline Fernandez's contact in Sri Lanka?
He can do whatever the hell he likes. See, I'm trying to say this, he's a free agent. He can do what he wants. And I think that is what the problem here is. Because if you think that it is so wrong for Salman Khan to do what he's doing, you can say it is, I don't agree with it. But he's a free agent. He can do just what he likes. Okay? You don't have to agree with it. I mean, I think the Tamil people could send one of the really big stars, popular stars, to go and actually campaign against Rajapaksa.
Yes.
It should be possible. See, the idea here is that there is something wrong. And you cannot pin it on Salman Khan. I'm actually surprised that Rajapaksa thinks that Salman Khan can get him votes. And even more surprised that Salman Khan's going has agitated the Tamil people. I mean, what is the control they have over him? I mean, they can retaliate by, the agitated Tamilians can retaliate by not going and watching his film maybe. What else can you do, Yeah. I think this taking offense thing needs to stop a little bit. What is this entitlement that you're offended and you can just impose your will on anybody? You cannot, no? I'm saying we should be sympathetic to the Tamil cause. And I think if it is the Indian government, I think the Tamil people who are aggrieved, have a right to ask questions.
True. And Nani, the situation here remains that political parties in Tamil Nadu have called Salman Khan a traitor. Going to the extent, Vaiko calling him a traitor, is this what needs to be done at this point of time, or let Salman have the freedom to do what he wants?
See, the very action of Salman Khan as well as reactions to call him a traitor, both sound very immature. This is not the way to handle the issues at all. And Salman Khan's decision is definitely no doubt wrong. At the same time, you don't have to call him a traitor for all this. So either way, I would call it, both are immature. But definitely, one wonders why Salman Khan should go on campaign in another country and engage himself in another country's politics. This is something unprecedented and unprecedented in the entire international politics. Nobody from Hollywood come to India and campaign for Modi or Sonia, or no Indian actor would go to US to campaign for Obama or somebody else there. And this is not the way one does politics. Politics has to be done by elections, have to be done by people in those respective countries, citizens of those countries. As citizens, stars can participate in politics, but they have to participate in their own country's politics, not in some other country's politics.
Okay, so there is opposition to Salman Khan campaigning for President Mahinda Rajapaksa of Sri Lanka. But the question remains, aren't those who are protesting simply doing so, Nani Sankaran, at this point of time, just to stay relevant?
See, these issues become very sensitive because they touch upon the sensitive issues involving the Tamils there. And when Tamils in Tamil Nadu have been demanding that some justice must be done to the war crimes there, and somebody from India goes there, so it kind of alienates one part of India with another part of India. So to that extent, the people who are outside Tamil Nadu must feel sensitive about other fellow citizens within India. And just like we would expect people to be sensitive about people living in Kashmir, we have to be sensitive, we are living in Kerala, and we have to be sensitive about people living in Bangladesh, even though we may be living in Madhya Pradesh. So similarly, people in different parts of India have to be sensitive to each other. That kind of sensitivity is definitely lacking.
Okay. Nani Sankaran, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. We will track this story. Of course, Salman Khan, those close to him have told headlines today, he's simply doing this because of the lady you see on your television screen, Jacqueline Fernandez, a friend of Salman Khan. She, of course, comes from Sri Lanka, and Mahinda Rajapaksa wanted help in campaigning. He's just obliging a friend. We're now shifting our focus to that big investigation in Bengaluru. The blast may have been of a low intensity, but was this preparation for a bigger attack? Was this a dress rehearsal? There are striking similarities between the blast that took place on Church Road in Bengaluru outside a restaurant and the one that took place in Chennai in May. And the suspicion is on a Khandwa-based Simi group. And there was a group of Simi activists who fled from Khandwa jail in Madhya Pradesh. So what does this mean? Let's decode this. There is a Madhya Pradesh link. The first angle being probed is based on intelligence inputs that 5 terror suspects who escaped from the Khandwa jail in Madhya Pradesh in October 2013 could be responsible for this blast. Karnataka's Chief Minister Siddaramaiah confirmed that the state indeed received inputs that the 5 who slipped from Khandwa in Madhya Pradesh were perhaps headed for Karnataka. There's also a Chennai link. Sources in the Bengaluru police say there's a common thread between the blast that took place on the Chennai train station, at the Chennai train station, and the one that took place outside the Bengaluru restaurant. Ammonium nitrate was used in this IED. It was packed with shrapnel, and the signatures match the one in Tamil Nadu. There is also a Karnataka link, and that's the third angle, whether it's a retaliation for the ISIS supporter Mehdi arrest. Following the arrest of Mehdi Masroor Biswas, who was tweeting as an ISIS sympathizer using the handle @Shami Witness, there was outrage and there was a threat of a retaliation. There was a threat that they will strike Bengaluru. Is this connected? There is also the Telangana link which is being investigated. The Bengaluru police suspect a possible Warangal link to the bomb explosion. As per reports, police recovered shreds of a Telugu newspaper from the blast site. This was a Warangal edition paper, and did the module spend time there, or was this on purpose to mislead the police? But that big angle that the police are investigating is the Karachi link. Intelligence agency claimed that a central module of the Students' Islamic Movement of India, or SIMI, working in tandem with the Indian Mujahideen, is operating out of Karachi. It is believed that the Al Falah Bank funded this particular incident and has been funding SIMI in India. And that is a link that the police are investigating. Just when Bengaluru was preparing to usher in the new year with a party, came the dampener. First the blast, and after the blast, restrictions imposed by the police. Pubs will now no longer remain open till 2. They will have to shut earlier. There are several other restrictions that have been put in place. Bengaluru Bureau and Pratibha Raman with this report.
With barricades removed, traffic allowed, life may slowly be moving on. Normalcy gradually being restored, but an innate fear grips the city, and the Bengaluru police is taking all steps to be prepared with precautionary measures.
We have withdrawn it. We will be only till 1 a.m. and also the number of people who would gather in large numbers, typically on the New Year's Eve, that will also have to be restricted in the interest of overall safety in the city.
Revoking the New Year deadline may be one such step taken by the police. But that still does not stop the citizens of the city from having a good time.
This blast has not really affected me much because these things have been happening all around for a while now. And just because one incident is up in the news, it's not going to scare me a lot. But I do agree that these days, New Year is around the corner, everybody's going to be in a lot of malls and shopping and places. So people have to be a little more careful of what they are, where they are, and how do they deal with this.
Yeah, actually, it's going to lack the luster and all has, but yeah, the after party is always there and people can just travel around, go where they want. Like Chennai has till about 4 a.m. so they can just go there for the New Year's, be back in time for work. That's about it.
Bengaluru, that was once struggling with Cinderella hours of 11 p.m. is now partying till 1 a.m. And pub owners are content with the 1 a.m. deadline.
I think in Bangalore we've been used to these early timings. I think the rest of the week it's been at 11:30, and last year I think for many years it's only been till 1 o'clock. So we're really looking forward to this 2 o'clock deadline. But I guess with all these things happening, it's a good thing, and I think we learn to live with it. And I'm sure people will enjoy themselves for being New Year.
So the Silicon Valley is happy with what they get, ready to have their champagnes flowing, glasses clinking and crowds cheering to herald the new year with open arms. With Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
And Headlines Today's Pratibha Raman now joins me for more, and she has some pub goers with her. Pratibha, you can't let terrorists win. At the same time, you can never be too cautious. So, is Bengaluru happy with the middle path?
Well, in this particular case, just like how the Church Street has now regained normalcy in terms of removing of barricades and allowing the traffic, I guess normalcy has slowly set in, and that really these restrictions really hasn't dampened the spirit. In fact, I have with me some pub goers who have already gathered here 24 hours in advance to herald the new year, and the spirit hasn't really come down, would you say, especially with all the restrictions? Is there a hint of disappointment, especially with the deadline being restricted to 1 hour in advance?
Yes, there's definitely a disappointment in us. However, the May Bhavana's soul rest in peace, but it has never, gone down well with us. Her death has never gone down well with us. However, we are here 24 hours before celebrating the year end and welcoming the new year.
But is there a sense of fear in terms of, Bangalore has seen 4 attacks in the last few years. So is it like, you want to be on guard, especially because this has happened right in the center of the city?
I don't think so. I basically trust Bangalore police and I have total faith in them. And none of these terrorist attacks or whatever will dampen our spirits. The Bangalore spirit will always stay. And basically I'm not from Bangalore. I've come all the way to Bangalore just to have fun and will continue to do so.
So many people who have come to Bangalore to have fun, and now with these restrictions there are 2 ways of looking at it. One is you shouldn't be partying. 2 is you shouldn't be bowing down to terror. It's more about let's be on guard, let's be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad what happened before in the church street, but it's not going to affect the Bangalore people because the spirit is always high, and we really trust the Karnataka police, especially the Bangalore police, and we will take our safety whatever measures we have to do. But I think it's not going to, never going to dip the Bangalore spirit. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
Would you say that, you know, the police has jumped into action is what you say? In fact, he has a very interesting incident to narrate, especially in one of the areas in the vicinity of where the blast took place. Would you actually share it with us?
I would like to just add upon what my friend said. Like, Bangalore traffic police is very strong, and they are looking into like each and every matters very strongly and carefully, and they are nabbing each and every moment very carefully. That's
so, despite these restrictions, the total trust lies with the Bangalore police, and they feel that these restrictions are, in a way, will be welcomed by the citizens of Bangalore. Back to you.
Pratibha Raman, many thanks to you and our guests for joining us from Bengaluru. These terrorists have a game plan. Bengaluru as a target is very carefully chosen because it is India's IT hub and they want to derail India's IT story. The people and the police need to be vigilant. For the moment, many thanks for joining me.